All right. So, like all meetings, you can scan this QR code right here. You can email me, or you can click the link I'm about to put in the chat to receive notifications whenever we go live or whenever I post the YouTube video recaps of these wonderful meetings we have. And the link is now in the chat. So you can scan the QR code, you can click the link in the chat, or you can email me if you're having difficulty somehow. Welcome, Frank. Nice to see you. Welcome.
Hey.
Nice to have you, Frank. All right, we're just getting started. Yeah, so scan the QR code, click the link in the chat. That way you never miss whenever I upload the recordings. Now we're starting to record the Monday meetings and the Wednesday meetings also. So they will all be uploaded on YouTube for you to go back to and review at your own time. And little disclaimer on this also, a lot of you guys that do sign up do not receive the emails, and it's most likely because they are ending up in your spam folder. So make sure to check there if you're not receiving them sometimes. And also, I changed up the email a little bit. So now instead of the button on there saying that, let me just show you. This might help for future reference. So I made a link so that you can just add all of our meetings to your calendar, and it'll automatically, let's see here. Yeah, so all the emails are going to look somewhat like this, and it'll have this button down here that says add this event to your calendar. So when you click on this button, it'll save a Google Calendar onto your phone or your Google account, and it'll notify you whenever we have any upcoming meetings, whether it's these Zoom meetings or live meetings at the office or any awesome events where we plan. So make sure to opt into that if you do not want to miss anything. So that's that. Next up, let's see here. Also, like all meetings, they are all recorded. You can raise your hand or unmute your mic when I'm not talking, and let me know if you have a question or a comment. And you can participate in these meetings by answering questions on polls I usually put up on the screen at the beginning of these meetings. I'll try to do more of those, get you guys' feedback. And the more of us that participate, the more I can tailor these Zoom meetings and classes to, provide more value to you guys. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, so there's no exception. I have a poll that I'm going to launch. Last time you guys couldn't see it for some reason. I don't know what happened there, but hopefully you guys can see this poll up on the screen. And someone put it in the chat or let me know if you can see this or not. Okay, people are answering, so I guess it's working. All right. Thank you, Tisha. So if you guys did not already know, today's meeting is about setting up your Google business profile. It's probably one of the most requested things I've been asked after uploading your contacts onto KV Core. I helped quite a few agents set it up, during our one-on-ones, because I do also do those. But I just wanted to make today about that so that we're all set up there. Yeah, it looks like the majority of you guys do not have it set up. So perfect. Today we'll be touching on that. Looks like almost everyone answered. I'm going to give it 10 more seconds. Let's go to the next slide. All right, a good 71% of us didn't do it yet, and 3 people didn't answer. Cool. So today is your opportunity. If you can, if you're working on a laptop or you have one next to you, feel free to grab one and follow along with me so that you can get this set up.
It's the best.
What's that? Did someone have a question?
No.
Oh, okay. That sounded like me. That's crazy.
It was. I went to your web. The link.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard myself. I was like, what? Cool. Yeah, I'm sure to have your mics muted, guys, in case unless you don't have anything to share. All right. So last meeting, we talked about setting up your KV Core website and optimizing it for lead capture. So what we did is we created some quick links on the navigation bar of our website. Let me show you that very quickly. I still haven't uploaded that video. It's going to be up in the next 24 hours. But we created this bar up here where at least we added links to it where, you know, people can book consultations with you by just going to your website and clicking up there. Or you can create market reports for, you know, different cities that you want to focus on and have people that come onto your website automatically, you know, click on those and see that. Because the more actions you give, you know, people to take on your website, the more opportunities you have to collect, you know, leads, their information. So we added this, which is pretty cool. You can add as many cities as you want and make your website look a little bit nicer. So that is what you missed if you're not here last time. And again, that video will be up in the next 24 hours. And if you're signed up, you'll receive an email for that. But today, we are going to be talking about creating a Google Business profile. Okay. All right. So before we actually get into it, I kind of want to talk about what is it? You know, a lot of people want to set it up because they're hearing that it's the thing to do. And yes, it's a good idea for sure, but it's also helpful to know what exactly is it and how can it help you? So right here, I didn't write this. This is actually Google's definition, I'll be honest, but it's basically a way for you to pop up when people search, you know, certain keywords. So if you're a real estate agent in Torrance and you have a Google Business profile and someone types in real estate agent in Torrance, you have a chance to pop up on that Google search. And this does not cost you anything to set up. There are paid, you can also pay to boost your Google Business profile and have it sit, you know, on top of everyone else's. And that's also an option to you, but you can organically grow this so that anyone that types that in, you still have a chance to pop up there. People can see your phone number. They can go to your website from there. If you have a physical location, you know, an office you work out of, you can add that too. So when people see things like that, and especially reviews, when people see those on Google, it gives you, for lack of a better word, some authority. They see on Google and they immediately think, oh, wow, this is the real deal. I want to call this agent right now. They've been in the business for X amount of time. They have X amount of reviews, and it gives you that edge over anyone who's not already on here. And I think it's no surprise everyone's saying this, and it's true. Everything is moving online. Everything is moving to the social media aspect of, you know, things. So you want to be on the wave and you don't want to be left out. So make sure to utilize all of these tools to better your business and get more leads. And this is absolutely free. Okay. And again, there are things you can pay for. You can pay for ads to boost, you know, the visibility, but for the most part, this is something you can set up for free. Okay. Next up, looks like we have some feedback. Don't forget to mute your mics, guys. Let's see here. All right. Oh. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that. I kind of stopped it. All right. So why do you need a Google business page? So it kind of ties into what I said on the previous slide, but this is kind of, if you look at the little box right here, I put in a little video that has what exactly you're creating. It'll have the name of your business, how many stars and how many reviews you have, your hours, and a little description about your business. So when people Google, real estate agency or real estate agent in such and such city, there's going to be a list of different businesses listed on Google, and you want to be one of these. Okay. There are a lot of things you can do to rank at the top, and we call that SEO. I don't know if you guys heard of that term. Usually comes up when people talk about websites or blogs. You want to have good SEO, and having good SEO basically means you are more likely to pop up as one of the first links when people type things. If you have bad SEO, your website will not be the first thing that pops up. Okay, so having good SEO consists of, having, all of the information filled out properly, such as, your address, you have a phone number on there, you have a website on there, you have articles posted on there. So the more information you give, the more likely Google is to promote your business versus someone else who does not have all of that information. Okay, so optimizing that is a very good idea, as it will benefit you in the long term. Yes, someone put it in the chat. Search engine optimization. That's what it stands for. All right.
Search engine optimization.
Yes, that's right. 10 points. It's a Gryffindor. Let's see. This is also basically what I said. So with a business profile on Google, you can manage how your local business shows up across, Google products. So this will pop up on Google Maps if you have a location on there, and it will also pop up on Google Search. So when people just do a generic search. And I think I was reading an article doing some research beforehand, and it makes sense. About 94%, I think, was the number. About 94% of all online journeys start with a Google search. You first go to Google, you type in what you want, and then you begin the journey. So being on Google is crucial. You don't want to miss that. You really don't want to miss having a Google profile, because everything starts there for most people nowadays. So yeah, that's why you definitely need one. All right, and here are 3 ways a Google page can help. I forgot the end there, but can help your business. So it'll increase visibility in the Google search engine results, because if you don't have one, you're invisible. People won't know you have a business when they Google you. So it'll increase your visibility already by 100%, because you were not there before and now you're there. So that's more eyes on your business. Interacting with customers and sharing customized content. Okay, so like I said, you're able to upload, articles on your Google profile. You can have little offers under your little Google business tag. Something cool to have there is a free market report or a free search alert, and those are things you can set up. And number 3 is you can obtain insights to better optimize your local SEO and customer experience. So you don't have to remember what SEO stands for, but this number 3 basically means you're going to get data as far as who's clicking on your business, where are they clicking from, and what circumstances they're in, if you will. And you can use that data to also optimize the information you have on your Google business profile to attract more of those customers. Google has a lot of data, and that's how they make money. They sell that data, and they utilize that for ads. So you'll be able to get that data if, say, people between the ages of 25 to 35 are looking at your ad or your Google business profile. You can tailor your description to sound better to that demographic. If your business is more tailored towards, the older demographic, you want to tailor things in that way. So getting that data in itself will help you optimize that and have better search engine optimization, or SEO. Okay. Next up, so need to know. Today, I'm going to walk you guys through actually creating a Google business profile. We definitely won't have time to go through all the ins and out of it. But even if we did have time, in order to actually activate your Google Business Profile, they actually send you a letter in the mail. So you're going to have to put in your address and all that stuff. They'll send you a mail at home where you can, or at your office, whatever address you put on there, and it'll have a code. And using that code, you'll put that into the system, and then it will be live. This is a way for Google to make sure you're a real business, and you know, people can't just create a business out of nowhere with no verification. But while you're waiting for those 5 days, and this is up to 5 days, they can send this within 48 hours or maybe, you know, next day. But in the meantime, you can start setting up, you know, your settings, your Google name, your phone number, and your description and all that good stuff. So when you receive the code via mail, you can immediately, you know, switch it on and make it go live. So that's an important need to know. So we can start today, but you will need to wait for that code to come in the mail. Okay. All right. So a lot, like I said, a lot of you guys are not tech savvy, and a lot of you guys have been asking me to do this tutorial for you guys. I'm going to show you guys how to set it up. But again, there are a lot of things you can do to optimize this. And if you are not comfortable doing this on your own, you can always reach out to me. I'll set it up for you. I'm setting it up for a few agents already. You're going to need a logo. You're going to need a banner to put on there. And I can connect it with your KV core to offer that free market report. So if you need help with that, you can text or email or call me. I'll put that in the chat before the meeting ends, and I will create all of that for you at a fee. Okay. Without further ado, let's get started. Let me actually put my contact info in the chat before I forget. There's my number, and here is my email. Okay. So let's go over to google.com. Okay, so this is where the journey starts. So what we're going to do is you're going to go to your web address, your address bar. If you use Chrome, Safari, any browser will work. We're going to go to business.google.com/create. Okay, I'll type this link in the, I'll put this link in the chat also for those of you guys who are able to follow along. Here goes. And making a Google business profile is it's a little confusing because it's the way to even get there is not straightforward. At least it wasn't for me, and for a lot of people I helped out. They kind of changed things a little bit lately. But this is the direct link to actually create that Google business profile. So if you click the link in the chat, or you type in business.google.com/create, you will be able to get to the page. So let me enter this, and it's going to take you to this page right here. Let me close the chat here. All right. So once you go onto this website, it's going to ask you to find and manage your business. So for a lot of seasoned agents that have been in the business for a while now, if enough people actually Google you, or you have like a brand name that you've had for a while that people find you through by Googling you, there's a fair chance that your business is already on Google, but you just haven't claimed it. So for example, if there's a, you know, a carpet cleaning business and they're super popular, everyone always goes to them, they get a lot of referrals. If enough people are already searching for you and you have a specific business name, if you start typing it in, let's just say, I'm just going to type carpet cleaner right here. You'll see what I mean. So there's a chance your business will actually populate as you type it in. So if you see this, that means you've been in the game for probably a while now and you close a few deals and you're a force out there. So your business is probably here. And then if it is, you could just click on that and claim it. But if you're just now kind of getting started with all this online stuff, no worries, that's fine. You can just type in what your business name is. Now, this can be your name if you don't have a business name, or if you created a brand name for yourself that you want to operate under, this is where you're going to type that in. Okay, so you're going to just type it in. So for me, it's Karamoko Homes. I already have one, so I'm just going to actually use a different alias here. Let's call it Tech Tuesday Realty. Or yeah, sure. Tech Tuesday Realty. This will be the name of my business. So once you type it in, you'll get a little, how do you call it? A little drop down where it says create a business with this name. So you'll click on that and then it'll take you to the next screen. So after that, you're going to choose your business category. And no surprise, this is a real estate business. So you're going to type real estate in here. Okay. So I'm a real estate agent, so I'm going to click real estate agent. Let's see, we got people joining us here. Remember, guys, you can raise your hand or put questions in the chat if you're getting lost. All right. Welcome, Isabel. Nice to see you. Okay, so once you get a business name and you type in your business category, it will give you suggestions to the drop down that will pop up. Okay, you can select real estate agent, you can select real estate agency. This screen will only let you put one category, but after we set this up, there's a menu where we can add up to 9 different categories. So you can be a real estate agent, real estate agency, real estate services. You can put all of those on there to make sure you touch all the different keywords. Because when people Google real estate, you want to be able to pop up on every kind of search related to real estate. So, but for now, I'm just going to put real estate agent. Getting some feedback here. Do we have a question? Maybe not. Okay. All right. So once you have that category in there, we're going to click next. And it's going to ask you if you want to add a location that customers can visit, like a store or an office. So some of us might have an office that we, work out of. If you do, please put yes, because having a business is an extra thing that Google's going to. So your business will be prioritized and will be shown more than another business that does not have an office. So if you have an office, put yes here so that you can rank a little bit higher. But if you don't have an office, then obviously put no. So for the sake of this example, I'm just going to put yes. Okay. And once you do, and you press next, it's going to ask you for that business address. So I'm just going to populate something here. I'm going to put California, and there we go. And we'll press next. So if you didn't have a business, I'm going to put none of these. This business doesn't exist. If you didn't have a business, you would have been taken to the screen right off the bat. So do you provide deliveries or home and office visits? I'm not visiting anyone at home. You can put yes here, but I'm just going to put no. This kind of implies that, for the carpet cleaning business, for example, you'll probably go to people's house to clean the carpet or, the sofa or whatnot. So for us real estate agents, it's mostly going to be visits, at the office or directly at a property. So I think for most of us, no is going to be more applicable. So I'm going to put no here, unless you're doing something fancy with your real estate business. So then you could put yes. I'd be curious to know what that is. So What contact details do you want to show customers? So of course you want to show as much contact detail as possible. Again, that keyword SEO, search engine optimization, the one who has the most information so that Google can display will always be prioritized versus this another person who has the same type of business, but not as much information. So put your phone number here. It's probably one of the most important things you can have on here. Okay. And also, actually, for those of us who do have KV Core and you are paying for a smart number, I highly, highly encourage you to put your KV Core smart number, because you're going to get the added bonus of being able to track anyone that calls your number through this Google business profile that we're creating. And data is everything. The more data you have, the more you can use that data to better your business. Because without data, without any metrics, you don't know what progress you're making or if you have opportunities in certain areas of your business. So the more things you can track in any business, arguably, the better overall, and the more chances and opportunities you can give yourself to grow as a person and as a business. So if you have a KV Core smart number that you're paying for, I would put it here. If you don't have a KV Core, well, if you have KV Core, you already have a smart number, but if you're not paying for it, it's always changing. So then in that case, it's probably not a good idea to put it here. So you could just put your regular number. But because I do have a smart number I pay for, I'm just going to put that in here. And websites, even though it says optional, you should think of it as a mandatory field. You want to be able to take people to your websites, because in the real estate business, when people search for, anything real estate related, they probably want to buy a house or they want to sell a house. They're not looking for, a specific person, generally speaking. If you're thinking of real estate, you probably want to buy somewhere. So you're going to type homes in Long Beach or homes in Torrance. So you want to make sure people have a place to go to be able to see those properties. So it's very important to have a website on here. Okay. So right now would be a good time to go to your KV Core website, copy that link, and then paste it in there. If you don't know, your KV Core website is actually your first name, last name, .exprealty.com. Okay. And that's if you have your KV Core already set up, that automatically will be created for you. Okay. If you're able to log into KV Core, you have a website. You don't need any activation or anything. So go ahead and copy that link and paste it into the website field. Okay. And then we're going to click next. And get updates about your business. So this is basically promotional emails that Google wants to send you to help you optimize your Google business profile. So if you want to receive those emails, you could put yes. I'm going to put no here. Again, I already have an account. So, and even so, those tips are, if you don't know what you're doing and you want Google's help, definitely put yes here. But I already have so many marketing emails, I don't need any more. So I'm going to put no here. All right. Okay. So once you click next there, Google's going to want to verify that the phone number you put on there is actually, your phone number. So this is one of the verification methods that not KV Core, that Google has to verify that you're not only a real person and also a real business. So it's going to want to text your number to make sure that you're human. So I'm going to put text here. And if you put your KV Core number here, that number should forward to your personal phone number. Okay, so regardless, you will get it on your cell phone. So I'm going to put text. I actually hope this works because I have this number as my actual Google business profile. So let's see here. Yep, it did work. So my code is 705043. and verify. There we go. Once you put your code in, it'll tell you it was accepted, and you could just press next. All right. Next up, we want to, customize our profile. We want people to know what services we offer as realtors. So you're gonna go to town here, add as many that apply to you as possible. If you want to do rentals, make sure to click, on the rentals and sales too. There's a bunch here. If you want to sell farms, first-time home buyer, foreclosed property sales, there's a bunch here, and you can add your own if you have specific things, related to real estate that you want to sell, or other kinds of services you offer as a realtor. So the more of these you add, the more chances, if someone's looking for relocation assistance, that involves someone moving from one place to another, and you want to be there because you're a realtor, you help people move. So by me having this checked, there is a higher likelihood of my business popping up, versus if I don't have this checked, there's a lower likelihood that my business will pop up on any searches that have these keywords. Okay. So Google basically works on a keyword basis, if you will, lack of a better word. Everything operates based off of what people type in. If the words and the words people type into Google match what you have in your description, your business title, or the services you offer, you might pop up on that search. Okay, so everything revolves around having the right keywords, what people are typing in to search for whatever they need. So make sure everything that you are doing, you do select it here. And if you don't see it here, you can type in your own service. So let's say, I also want to offer a newsletter, free newsletter. And let's just put real estate newsletter. You could put that on there. And you could do, blogging, real estate blogging. So people will be able to see blogs about real estate. And if they type that in, there's a chance my business will pop up, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to click next. Oh. Okay, business hours. So like every business, Google will show when you're open or when you're closed. This is fairly important because if your business says closed, people probably won't call you and they'll just scroll to the next one that says open. Here, what I do is I put 24 hours because even if they do call, they can always leave a message and you can always get back to them. And if you have a physical location listed on your, if you filled out a physical location that people can go see you at, maybe it would be a better idea to not put 24 hours here because people will think, oh, wow, you're open 24 hours as a realtor. I can just pop up at the office. It might create a negative experience. I don't know who would, in their right mind, would go to a real estate office at 1 a.m, but you never know. So
with a saxophone?
With a saxophone, yeah. You'd be surprised, guys. It's an inside joke there with Frank. I kid you not, there was a saxophone man at the office at night the other day. Anyway, yeah, make sure you have appropriate hours here, okay? So I'll click next. All right, and then messaging. So Google allows people that find your business there to text you straight from Google. So I would switch this on. You want to enable every possible way for people to get in touch with you, because if something's off, you're potentially losing out on people who prefer to reach out to you in said manner. So have your messaging on, put a phone number on there, put a website on there. Every piece of information you can give will better your chances of people getting in touch with you. Okay. Some people would rather text than call. Some people would rather email than text, et cetera, et cetera. So make sure you keep this on. Okay, and it's free, so no excuses. We'll go next. Then next up, you want to add a business description. This is this is extremely important because all the words that you type in this description will also weigh in whenever Google wants to show your business when someone types real estate or not. If you hit all of the right keywords that people are typing in their search, let's say someone's looking for Long Beach real estate agents. In your description, if you type out, all the wonderful reasons why you became a real estate agent and, what you do for people, and you don't have that keyword Long Beach in there, the person who has Long Beach will, in their description, in addition to all that other generic description stuff, will pop up versus you. Okay, so remember, everything revolves around keywords. To not overload your heads, just you can start by putting something good in here. Just type out the description of your business. You can write, hey, I'm a real estate agent here in this area. I service such and such area, been in the business for X amount of time. So just have a nice little description there. And then you can always come back to this and add all of the keywords that you want people to find you with, okay? Which is very, very important. Right after we set this up, actually, I'll show you this website that you can go to where you can actually see search trends, so you can see what people are searching for in specific areas, and what city is searching what word more. You'll see it's much better to show than to actually explain, and you can leverage that to actually find all the keywords that you would want in your description. So for now, I'm just going to put something basic. Let's do real estate agency based in, let's choose a random city, Lomita. Wonderful team and happy customers. Obviously, this is a terrible description, but yeah, put something very nice in here. Try to maximize on the amount of characters, because again, the more keywords you have, the more chances you have for your business to pop up. Okay, which all ties into SEO. You want to be optimized for the search engine being Google. So more words means more chances people who are searching will find you on there. And all of that is free leads, okay? This costs you nothing to set up. Later down the line, you can also start opting in for paid ads and boost your presence out there, okay? So whether you're just getting started or not, if you do paid ads, Google will boost you in front of everyone else, and you can start generating leads that way too. But that in itself also has its pros and cons. But yes, make sure you have to have a good description in here. So we're going to go next. Okay, got one more person. Welcome, welcome. All right. Do we have any questions so far about anything we did? I know most of you guys didn't have this set up. Hopefully a lot of you guys are following along. How are we doing so far? Put some thumbs up in the chat if you're doing okay, or if you have any questions, let me know. I think we might be doing good. Okay, so far so good. All right, so this step is asking us to put in photos of our business. This is also very important because when you search for things online, sometimes when one of them has a photo and one doesn't, you'll probably click on the one that has a photo because it just seems more genuine, more trustworthy. So I can't stress this enough. Have some good photos of, you doing real estate. I don't know if it's you holding a for sale sign, helping clients. Just have some photos here, and try not to put anything, any stock images, because Google actually is smart enough to know, believe it or not, whether or not those images are stock images or not. So meaning, don't go to google.com and put, real estate images and then upload those here. You want to have genuine photos, maybe one or two of you, and then some of you, at the office. Put a lot of photos that relate to your business, because when people see that, it builds that trust. They know that you're doing this. They know that this is you, and you build authenticity online. And your click-through rate, or CTR, if you see that acronym elsewhere, will be higher because there's more chances that people will click on your profile versus somebody else's profile, which again all ties into SEO, search engine optimization. The more information you give, the more keywords you provide, and the more photos you give will increase your chances for your ad to be above everyone else's. And at the end of the day, that's what you want. Because I don't know about you guys, this is actually proven, but most of the time when you Google anything, you almost always click on the first link or two. It's very rare that you actually go to the next page on a Google search. I've never seen anyone that does that, but that is the case based on what Google says. But maybe there are people out there that actually flip through the search results. But you want to rank as high as possible. Okay, so upload as many photos as you can. And if you don't have any, well, that's a good excuse to go out there and take some photos for the sake of your business. Okay, and your photos will appear on search. So when people type it on Google, on Maps. So the primary locations this Google business profile will pop up is going to be the search field and the maps. Because when people go to Maps and they type in, real estate agency, you might also pop up on the map section, especially if you have a actually only if you have a location listed on there. So you can leverage both of those. If you don't have a specific office, you can just put your brokerage address on there, whatever your broker's office is, because it is technically your work address. So just putting that there will double your chances of Google suggesting your business. Okay. So once you have that there, you can click next. I don't have any for this dummy business I'm creating, so I'm just going to skip for now. Okay. All right. And of course, because Google wants to make money from you, they're going to suggest you start Google Ads. Okay. So if you're just now getting started with this, I recommend not doing this right away. Not only are Google Ads, if you don't know what you're doing, they can be very expensive. So I would skip this step, optimize your Google business profile to the fullest before you start moving into ads. Okay. Google Ads are another source of, another way you can generate leads, but it might not make sense for everyone. Okay. Maybe start door knocking, maybe start farming, maybe start cold calling. But Google Ads are very effective if you know what you're doing, but you can waste a lot of money and have minimal results if you don't know what you're doing. Okay. But Google will ask you to start putting ads out there, and I would recommend not doing so immediately until you do enough research. Okay, so I'm going to skip this for now. Oh, by the way, when you type anything into Google, when you see a lot of people don't notice this actually, but the first searches always have this little ad tag right here. I don't know if you see my mouse. It'll say ad. Just as an example, I'm going to go to google.com and we'll type real estate agents near me. So if you see, you're always going to get the ads first. Okay, so all of these people up here are paying money to Google to pop up as, the first people you see, because most people will always click on the first thing they see when they do a Google search. If not these little boxes, they'll click on the first link they see. But where you will pop up is under the business section, assuming you're not paying for ads. If you're paying for ads, you might pop up all the way up here. But this is where you're going to pop up. Okay. And again, as you can see, the Zabrowski Real Estate Group is paying for ads. So if I was to click on this, I'm probably going to make them spend $20 to $25 just for my click, but they get my lead, they get my information because they're launching ads and Google will provide it to them if I decide to sign up. But down here, you can see all these other ones do not have ads. So if I was to click on Casabella Realty Group, for example, they have high enough SEO, search engine optimization, because not only do they have a few reviews on there, they seem to have a website on file, they seem to have an address on file. If I was to click on it, this is kind of what you see. So this is where the photos will pop up. As you can see, they have a couple on here, which is pretty cool. And yeah, as I was saying, have some of you maybe in doing your job, being a real estate agent, some of you at the office. So they're actually doing it right. This is pretty cool. So I don't work with them, by the way. This is not free promotion. So yeah, you'll be able to see all the reviews, the hours, website, you can call them, directions, you can even do bookings, okay? So some of the features you won't be able to enable them right off the bat until you verify your business. And that being the piece of mail you're gonna get with that code. So you'll be able to set everything up, but you won't be able to do the booking and a few other things. And if we go down, as you can see, the phone number is here, website is here, the services. Remember, we put all the services in there. So people will be able to see all the service offer. And based on what I typed, it matched some of their services or maybe their description. Serve stores and areas nearby. They're going to ask us for addresses later down the line. You can see all the reviews. Something a lot of people also don't know, even the reviews, when people write reviews on your Google business profile, all of the words in there also weigh in on whether or not Google will place your profile at the top, on top of everyone else's or not. Okay, so make sure every review you receive, reply to them. And when you do the reply, also includes keywords that other people are typing out there. This is valuable information that a lot of people don't know, and it's very good to know these things when you go out and actually make a Google business profile. So everything I'm telling you here, people are charging money to actually do for other people. So rewatch this meeting if you need to. Make sure everything you do on the Google business profile, you keep in mind that SEO term, search engine optimization. Always use keywords that a lot of people are looking for. Include city names in your replies. Include real estate, agents, brokerage. Everything you do, make it be calculated in some fashion or not. Because believe it or not, it all ties into whether Google will show your business to someone or not. Okay. And if we scroll down here also, you can see they have a description here. It looks like they're utilizing all 750 characters. That looks about right. And yeah, Casabella is a real estate company based in Lawndale. They're putting locations in there. Experienced, Lawndale, Hawthorne. You see they're using all of these keywords because anyone that searches for real estate and has Lawndale in there, Hawthorne, Inglewood, Gardena, they have a higher likelihood of popping up, and you will really click on that and work with them. And yeah, Google will also recommend some of their other links. You see they're here on Facebook and etc. So I'm going to go through these tabs too. The services tab, this is where all of the services you offer will pop up. The reviews also have their own tabs. As you can see, Google will sort through all of the reviews by keyword. Okay, keyword is very important. I keep saying it over and over again, but make sure to keep that in mind. The word team, selling, escrow, all of this is being monitored and utilized by Google to market your profile. So there's that in front of you. And also we have the update section. I'll touch on this very briefly in a moment here, but as you can see, you're able to post little updates, if you will. This is the equivalent of posting a status, maybe on Facebook or posting a Facebook story. You can put that here and have people read about all the offers you have, or maybe updates as far as the market. Looks like they're having we pay for your closing costs, and people can click on their business versus someone else's business to, get more leads. And you can post little articles with call to action. There's a lot you can do with Google Business profiles. This is just a brief overview. I don't want to overload your brains, but I know it's a lot of information, but this is kind of what it looks like on the customer facing side. Okay. And as you can see, you have plenty of options. You could get inspired by typing what I typed into Google and mirroring the ones that you see are successful. That's another way to go about it too. Okay, so we'll go back here, and we're not doing ads at the moment, so I'm going to skip this. And another attempt, Google's going to try and get your money here by offering you a free, a paid domain name. But I do not want that now. If you do want a domain and you want to create a custom website for yourself, it could be a good idea. But again, try to minimize your expenses when you start, especially if you don't know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Maximize what you already have at your disposal for free. Put as many photos as you can, create a great description on there. Put your website, your phone number. Once you have of that setup, then I would recommend moving into, doing ads or buying a custom domain and all that stuff. So again, I'm going to skip here, and I recommend doing that. Okay. And now I think we're pretty much done. It's going to say your edits will be visible once you're verified. So remember how I said you need to get that piece of mail in the letter to be able to finish the account setup. That's what this is referring to. Okay, so I'm going to click continue, and then it will take us to back to Google. But now you'll see that in the search bar, it'll say my business. And down here, you can actually tweak all of the settings pertaining to your Google business profile. So this is everything we put on there so far. I put my website, clicked on it. Let me go back. Put my website, phone number, the hours I'm open. I just put a random address in there. I'm a real estate agent. But if you see this little tag right here, it says not publicly visible. And that's because we did not verify that code that's being sent in the mail. Do we have any questions so far? I thought I heard someone maybe. Anyone has a question?
Yeah, so while I'm waiting for my code to come in, I lose the page that I was working on. How do I get back on it?
So how do you get back here, basically?
Yeah, to add my photos while I'm waiting for my code and stuff.
Yeah, so let me open up a new tab and show you how to get back here. Close this. There we go. All right. So let's say the page got closed. Okay. So what you want to do is very easy. Just type my business. And just like that, you scroll down, you'll be able to see all of your businesses. So Google will know that you're searching for your Google business. So go to Google, type my business, and then you can scroll and you see right here, Tech Tuesday. This is what we just created. And I'm going to press view profile. And then there you go, you're back. So either that, or you log into the Google account or Gmail account you use to create all of this. You can click on the 9 little dots up here and then click on business profile. That works too. It'll take you to here where this is another screen where you can actually monitor all that, but this is another way to get to it. Okay, so by clicking on the 9 little dots, going to business profile, it'll open this screen. And through here, you can see all of the businesses you created. So as you can see, through here, you'll be able to enter that code. I have 2 businesses here. Let me click enter code so you see what that looks like. There we go. Oh, I guess that's not working. Let me go back here. So again, let's go to google.com. We're going to click on the 9 dots, go to my business. Google Business, and then you'll be able to go here where you can see all of your different businesses. So for each email, you can create as many different businesses as you want. So when you get that piece of mail in the mail, you'll see your business here, and you can click on enter code. And once you do that, it'll take you to the screen where you can put that code in. So once you put that code in there and you click verify, then it will be live. So it says it's going to take about 5 days. Sometimes it comes earlier than that. I think this is on the extreme end if it actually takes 5 business days, but that's how you get here. Did that answer your question, Sumati?
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. So I know we're over the hour mark here. Do we have any other questions? I have just 1 or 2 more things to share before we close out. Okay. All right. So from the screen, again, the way to get to here is through Google. Just type my business. Okay. Once you do that, you'll be able to see your business right in the search. And I'm going to click view profile, and then it's going to take me here. So if you want to start uploading photos and, videos and banners and all those things, you can just go ahead and click on the little arrow right here. It'll open up all of the different menu items, and you can click add photo, or I think it's add photo. Yeah, not see photo. Yeah, so once you click add photo, you can upload a logo if you have one for your business. You can add a cover photo, which is the banner that people see on the mobile device, and just photos of you, operating your business and whatnot. So through here, you can upload all of that. Okay, but certain functionalities might not work right off the bat until you verify your account. Okay, so we've just created the account. So once you verify with that piece of code, then you can start adding the photos, getting reviews, getting messages, and all that stuff. So in the meantime, what you can do, however, is if you click on the 3 dots up here, you can go to business profile settings, and oh, not here. Let's go back. Click here. And where is it? Oh, no, edit profile. I'm sorry. If you click edit profile, this will take you to all of the different fields that we filled in previously, and you can come here and change. So if you want to change your business name, maybe to, Kane Estates, you could do that and then save. And then you can change or add more categories from this screen. So maybe I'm not just a real estate agent. I want to also pop up on searches that say real estate agency. Maybe I also want to do real estate rental agency. So whatever categories apply to you, put as many of them here as possible. Because if someone types in real estate rental and you do that, but it's not listed under your categories, you probably won't show up in the Google searches. Down here, you can also change your description. You can put an opening date. So the opening date refers to how long you've been in business. So if you put, 19, if you put the year 2000 here, Google will say you have 23 years of experience. If you could change your number here, put your website here, change your business location here as well. And you also have the option to add all the areas you service through here. This section is very important because based on the locations you put, Google will suggest your Google business profile to those people who type in whatever cities match your service area. Okay, so if you put Canada on here, you might get Canadian people clicking on your Google business profile, which might not be too helpful. So be mindful of that. You can tweak your hours here. You can add holiday hours if you have, an office and you have different hours for the holidays. And you can add some of these tags here if any of them apply to you. If you have a drive-through real estate business for some reason, you can add that. And yeah, there's so many little fields you can add here. And the more of these you fill out, the more you're optimizing your SEO because you have so much information that Google knows that this business is probably more, for lack of a better word, more authentic. They have more information, so they assume that, you know, you're going to have much more experience or whatnot, and rank you higher than others that don't have that information available. Okay, so you have all of that available to you by going into that section. So I'm going to close out of this. And again, that was me clicking on edit profile. Okay, and then you can come here and see all of that information. So that is how you create a Google business profile. Okay, I didn't get many questions, so I'm sure a lot of you guys might have gotten lost at some point, but fear not, they're recorded. And if you really do not feel comfortable setting this up, you can reach out to me, or call, text, or email, and I can walk you guys through that. Or if you want me to do it for you, I'm available for that as well. Any questions? Are we all experts on Google business profiles?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, I thought so. Cool. Well, we're all experts. So still, nonetheless, I know even though we're experts, don't be afraid to reach out for more assistance with it. And you always have the YouTube resources to rewatch and do this on your own time. Okay, but this is very important. If you're not going to have an Instagram, if you're not going to have a Facebook, if you're not going to have, you know, if you're not going to do dances on TikTok to promote your business, at least have a Google business profile. You know, it's where everyone's going to search for anything nowadays. So this, at least make it the one thing you do create and start generating leads, or get your business and your name out there. Okay. So yeah, with that being said, if there's no further, I'm getting a question. How do we access this recording? So let me put the link to the YouTube channel in the chat right now, so that you guys can access that. Let me see. All right, so YouTube. Okay, so here's a link to the YouTube. If you guys don't get my emails, you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel through this link. And if you're subscribed, YouTube will send you a message every time I upload these training recaps. Okay, but you can see all of the videos we uploaded previously. You can rewatch all of the trainings we did. There's a lot of valuable information in all of these videos. A lot of people ask great questions sometimes. And yeah, it helps everyone. And you can go through here as many times as possible at any time of the day. So that's the YouTube channel in the chat. But yeah, that's where we are. Thank you so much for listening to me for an hour and 15 minutes. Tomorrow we have comps training with Renee at 8 p.m. You can use the same link, and that also will be recorded. Yeah, I'm also going to start giving out homework. So please have this ready by next Tech Tuesday so that I can quiz you guys on the Google business profile. Amazing. If there's no further questions, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it.
Thank
All right.
you.